She said she went up to you and said, "Coach, I'm not missing."
Pretty much. We were just keeping it light, and I told her I was going to be greedy. I wanted all three of them, not just one, because technically one could have been considered the game winner. I said, we deserve it. Let's go take all three of them.
People are going to remember those 3 free throws, but how proud were you of that defensive set afterwards? Because you think about it, and you're like, oh, it'd be easy to let down after that and think, oh, we're good. But I think forcing them to inbound it into the paint, they didn't get a shot.
Right, yeah, that was the most crucial part because they had 1.2 seconds. They were able to advance the ball, and I think what they were trying to do, bought a couple of passes, but they ran out of time. But it was that was crucial to stay in the moment, hit the free throws, and then also be able to follow it up with the defensive style.
How important was it to have a game like that before a game against Oklahoma State? They follow similar parallels in terms of Iowa State beat you guys by 30 because they were red hot for beyond that. The first time y'all beat Oklahoma State by a lot because y'all were red hot. Can you use that a little bit to say, hey, look, we get it, it's happened, but it's the same thing with Iowa State, and we went and beat them. Oklahoma State could easily do the same thing.
Yeah, we won't talk about that at all. Hopefully you didn't. But we're going to build off of our momentum. We think we've had great momentum. Played Baylor great at home. Came up a little short. Then we go on the road and win for the first time in 18 years in Ames. I mean, almost 2 decades. I mean, that's an incredible feat by our team and our players, our coaching staff, and just really proud of that momentum. We follow that up today with 5 people on all-academic first team for the first time in program history, and we follow that up with Brittany being on the all-defensive team finalists, one of the top 10 in the nation, and as a semifinalist for the Defensive Player of the Year award. So there's tremendous momentum from our program right now. We have an opportunity to move in the standings with these next couple of games because we're pretty much bottlenecked right in there. Oklahoma State, Oklahoma, West Virginia. We could finish as high as 4th, 5th, 6th if we're able to win these games. So we're really focused on all that type of stuff.
Okay, I guess in maybe a different way is, what can you use from a first matchup that you did well against Oklahoma State?
Yes, what we did exceptionally well is make reads. They guard a certain way. They're one of the better defensive teams in our conference. You have to know where the ball needs to go, and you've got to be consistent with it. If they make any adjustments, you have to know your next look, and that's the biggest thing. We did that extremely well at home against them. I think it's going to be imperative that we do it again on their home floor.
Brittany, how aware were you as a coach? I know you're, once you get in the game, it's kind of like, let's get this win, but how aware were you that she broke the country?
Yeah, we knew going into the game that she needed a certain number of blocks, so we felt that it was going to be a game that she could get it. I thought she was phenomenal defensively, not just breaking the record, which is huge, obviously, and a block record's one of those that's not talked about a lot and it's really hard to break. It just doesn't happen often, but her defense right now is tremendous, hence being a finalist for the National Defensive Player of the Year award. But her help defense and help the helper and her ability to block shots and keep the ball in bounds is really phenomenal. You just don't see that very often in our game.
It's interesting because every time you watch broadcasts, especially ones against Baylor, where people maybe haven't seen Texas Tech before, she's going up against people who are supposed to be top 5 picks, and she's holding her own, if not playing better than them. How much of a maybe breakout, maybe something you all saw coming, but maybe nationally is this for her?
Yeah, well, she's playing some of her best basketball, as you said, against some of the best talent, and that's what's so impressive about it. And she's going to be one of those draft picks as well. So where she falls in the draft is up in the air right now, but I think she keeps playing like this. She's continuing to help herself to move up in the rankings in terms of where she's going to get picked.
How helpful as a coach was it when you come in and you don't know exactly what you have when you come to a program, but having a girl like that, you still maybe can help?
Yeah, I still remember watching Brittany on film before taking the job even, because I wanted to know if we had some pieces to work with and what that looked like, and she's the one that stood out by far above everybody else in terms of potential. I didn't know her as a person, didn't know her work ethic, didn't know any of those things, but what I saw on film was someone that had a very high ceiling, and with a combination of her work ethic and some coaching, I thought that she had potential to do some really special things here. I think in some ways she's exceeded in what we could have predicted in such a short amount of time. We say all the time we wish we had had her as a freshman, because last year we felt like a lot of things were like a freshman. This year some things are like a junior, and certainly some things have been like a senior. So I think her advancement, credit to her and her work ethic has been extraordinary.
Kristen research talked a lot about just focus, and a lot of that sort of translates and is directly affected defense. And so whenever you go and you play the way that you guys did, obviously on the road last week, going into really offensive, to be great, to score the ball and have such great range, how important is that to just really emphasize defense and working down on defense?
It's going to be huge. We know that they're led by Gray and Mack. They combine for 60% of their scoring. Knowing that and defending it is, two different things. Obviously, we're very well aware. And Vivian seems to get 20 points no matter what you do to her. I thought at home we did a great job of making her work really hard for those 20 points, and she ended up getting to that number late in the game when the game was pretty much decided. Mack, on the other hand, we didn't do as well on her. We definitely have to have greater focus and attention to detail in how we're going to guard her, not let her have such easy looks.
When you do have players like Brittany who's breaking records on a bunch of watch list finalists, and then a player like Kristen who can make those clutch shots, how much do you feel like that is affecting some of the young girls in a positive way?
Well, it's great to have them to look up to. I think that shows the progress of our program, because a year ago we weren't in that situation to have someone else to look up to. So I think as we're evolving and growing as a team and a unit, some of the newcomers, the freshmen, are able to look at a Brittany or a Kristlyn Carr or Lexi Gordon and say, hey, okay, I can learn from them, I can grow from them, I can do what they're doing, and I just need to focus in these areas. So that's credit to the advancement of our program, and credit to the young talent that we've been able to bring in, and how they have evolved.
Apologies if you've addressed this before. I can't really see what Sydney's injury is over the scoreboard, but what is her kind of issue, and do you think you'll have her back in the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, she has a lower leg injury and is being treated aggressively with it. We hope to have her back for games this season, and that's about as much as I can give out on it right now. Yeah.
Does it help to have that depth there that we talked about before when she was in, but now she's out, and you have girls that can step up?
But it's crucial, and it's an opportunity for them. And we talk all the time: be ready for your opportunity. And Sid brings so many things to the table that doesn't show up on a stats sheet for us. And what we said is, hey, let's pick up her numbers by committee. We're losing 8 points, 5 rebounds a game, but we're losing a voice during live action. She's continued to be the voice on the bench. She'll continue to be the voice in timeouts and halftime. But to just really spread that across the board, and I need you to get one more rebound, you to get one more bucket, things like that, to really balance out her production.
One more thing going back to Iowa State. I know we've been talking about it all year, how you guys handle adversity in collegiate games that you were able to last year. Is this just another example of how you guys are handle that adversity? Maybe not as great, losing the lead late, and having an answer for that, not even allowing it to go to overtime.
Well, absolutely. I thought it was huge, and to do that without her was even more impressive. The 16 wins that we have right now is the most in 7 years, and I just keep smiling thinking about those things, because this program was coming out of an enormous hole, and that's just being factual. It wasn't something that was middle of the road, 500 and all of that. It was coming off of us 2 7-win seasons in recent memory here, and to be sitting with the most wins in 7 years, first win in Ames in 18. Those are things that we're just really building momentum off of.
I would just say compete and finish. We know what we can do now. We've shown it the last game, so we just have to keep doing it and keep fighting the whole game.
Can you take me through your mindset when you step up to the line, 1 point something seconds left, tied with free throws?
I went to the huddle and I said, Coach, I'm not missing these. I was locked in, focused, and I was just ready to shoot them, and I know I can make them, so I was just locked in and ready.
What's the art to treat any free throw like it's just like you're in practice?
You just gotta focus. There are so many people, like the fans, yelling in my face and waving their hands, and I just was like, okay, tune it out. You got this. Just take your time and just do what you do in practice.
For y'all, how can you take what happened at Iowa State, a team that beat you guys by 30 because they were red hot from beyond the arc, and then you come back and beat them, and take it into Oklahoma State, a team that you guys beat by however many you beat them by because y'all were red hot from beyond the arc, and say, hey, we beat them by a lot the first time, but this can happen. We just showed it in Iowa State.
I would just say we had to let go of that 30-point game for Oklahoma State, and just be ready because we know they're going to come out popping. They're not going to be happy that we beat them by 30. So they're going to come out, and we just got to be ready to shoot like we did the first game and knock down shots, and if the shots are falling, just get it inside the brick.
What do you want to see from this team the last couple of games?
I would say just fight. Just finishing every quarter strong and not letting them score 30 points in a quarter and just fighting the whole game.
When did you guys go back to the Reds?
Jerseys. I think it was this last game we went back to the Red.
Practice jerseys?
Yeah, well, we switch it every time we go away, and then when we're at home, we wear white.
And y'all switch your practice jerseys too? Because I know Brittany said that y'all went to the white after the Kansas game.
Yeah, we switch it every time.
What's the message that you come out of? Because later on this season, especially, ultimately, kind of continue to push on some of the younger players like Tasha Maria, that just kind of, you talked about the focus and how important that is to you guys win some of these early games. I mean, what's kind of the message that coach today?
I would say just be patient, especially on offense when things are not going right. Just be patient in the moment, knowing what you can do and what the team can do. Just being locked into the moment and not getting frustrated about whatever happened before the play, and just being focused to get back and do something better the next play.
Is the celebration in the locker room after a win like that, was it even better because your teammate, leader, Brittany, was able to break another record, it seems like?
Of course, she's unbelievable. Like I told you yesterday, you won't see another player like Brittany Brewer probably ever. She's just amazing. She's an amazing person as well.
With just the ups and downs of the season, how do you guys want to carry that win over to Oklahoma State and just kind of keep that momentum rolling?
I would just say just being locked in, especially starts in practice. So just getting prepared in practice and be ready to play in the game.
And what goes through my mind being in the top 10 finalists is just like honor, I guess. Like I'm super honored, and to see like the other names that are up there, I'm like, wow, I can't believe I'm up there with them. And so yeah, it just means a lot.
Were you like aware of how many blocks you needed as you were going through to set the record, or was it something you kind of learned about afterwards?
Well, I had originally heard about it from Cindy. She had tweeted that I was I think 2 blocks away, but I kind of forgot until after the game. I was not aware of it during the game, but after the game, people were coming up to me, congratulations, like, oh, I forgot. So really it was Cindy that put it on my radar to begin with, and then afterwards the coaches coming up to me and stuff like that. Yeah.
For you, what's made you such a good shot?
Oh man, I think it helps that I'm really long. But really what it is getting my feet in the right position earlier, because if not, then I could foul almost every time if I'm not there in the right position. And so my hands will do the rest, but really getting my feet there early makes me a great shot blocker.
For y'all, how big was it to remember how much you lost by against Iowa State?
Yeah.
Here, and then to go up 9, I think, go into the 4th, kind of let it slip away a little bit, especially in those last couple minutes, and then at the end get that result. How gratifying was it?
Yeah, it was a really gratifying win, especially because we didn't play our best here at all. And so to go out there, we had a chip on our shoulder. We knew that we could play better against them, and we really did. And I thought we showed a lot of toughness as well.
Your physicality, something you talked about coming into the season. Do you feel like you're where you want to be as far as that goes, or what else do you feel like you can kind of keep doing to keep that up?
Yeah, I feel like my physicality is where I want it to be at the moment. I think keep posting in deeper, not settling for posting outside the lane, because I'm better under the basket, and so really that's something that I could increase physically. But other than that, I feel like I'm doing good.
How almost, I guess, important was it for you guys to have this Iowa State game right before the Oklahoma State game? Because they were similar in terms of the first matchup. One team beat the absolute crap out of the other one because they shot lights out from the arc and come back and beat Iowa State. So how much can you use that to remind yourself, hey, wait, the same thing happened, that we just beat Iowa State, and Oklahoma State can do the same thing?
Yeah, so Oklahoma State, they've got some really good scorers, especially in Vivian Gray and Natasha Mack. They're their go-to players, and so that's definitely an emphasis on us. And Vivian has got the green light, like she can shoot it from wherever, whenever she wants, and so and she's got a really, really nice shot, and so we have to be there on the catch for sure. That's a really heavy emphasis for us.
This is your senior year, your last couple games. How much do you keep in your mind ever?
Yeah, it being my last couple games, I guess it doesn't, in the moment, I don't really notice it like on the court or anything like that, but after, like, once we knock off another one, I'm like, okay, we have 4 left. And then it's up in the locker room, like, oh my gosh, we have 4 left, and the next thing you know, it's going to be 3. And I guess it probably won't really hit me until, like, my final game here, but yeah, I think a little bit of it. I'm just like becoming more and more thankful every day for the opportunities I've had here.